Hi, welcome to another edition of MTG Playback. I'm Mark. I'm a pastor who serves a Lutheran church in northern New Jersey, and I play Magic the Gathering for fun. So this whole series is where I play a game on Arena and then talk about it afterwards. I've been playing a rat deck that's basically all black with a hint of green, and I've been futzing around making changes here and there, and so I haven't really talked about the deck yet, just kind of keep playing it out. And so let's watch this match together and see what happens. Here's my opening hand. I've got two Not Dead After Alls, which are good. I don't have a first drop rat, though. Have a second drop, have two lands, and so I decide, you know what, I'm going to tempt fate and hope I draw a land within my first two turns. So let's watch and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to put down the swamp and then see what happens. Alright, we've got an island. And then they immediately play a Sleep Cursed Fairy, so now I know I'm facing Mire Faeries, which is very popular now because of the new set. So I play my 2-drop rat, get some poison, and see if I can sneak some poison in before the next turn. I also drew that extra land that I was hopeful for, so. Alright, so now I have a dilemma. Right? I decide I'm going to go in for combat. Again, trying to get that one, at least one poison counter, because when the Blightbelly Rat dies, it proliferates, so I can make that thing bigger. And then I have to decide, do I put the Lord Skitter out, which I want to get as soon as possible to generate rats, but they have 2 open mana available, so I assume they have a counter spell. So just in case they have a counter spell that requires me to pay more, let me get this raid out to start doing some damage, to do something. Alright. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're going to instantly just untap it and get this going. Alright, so it's no longer stunned. Just kind of wait and see. I'm waiting for opportunities when they use up their mana. Alright. Here we go. So they might have a Spell Pierce or something else in their hand. I doubt it, though, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. They're going to attack, get some damage in. Great. Perfect. They only have 1 open mana available. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling like now I have an opportunity to play my Lord Skitter. I have an opportunity to do some stuff. Alright. Now this is something I didn't expect and I'm grateful for. So they're playing the Fairy Fencing. They're trying to kill my rat, which is great. So they're using this spell and they've tapped all their mana, so I can just bring that sucker right back. So it dies, it gets a Wicked, and then I get to proliferate both things on the board. I drew another land, which is fine, but now I have multiple creatures, and they are tapped out of mana. So let's bring the Sewer King out into the open. Let's generate a rat. Let's get rid of their... Start clearing out their graveyard. Let's get some more poison in. And I can protect at least one of my creatures. So this is exciting. I'm happy about this. Now here comes Urgo Drain, another cool card. They get to just reveal a hand, choose a non-land card from it, right? So it's a little bit better than Duress, and since they're playing a fairy deck, they don't have to. There's no consequence to this, except that it's just not an instant. So they have an option. They can get rid of my Sewer Witch, or they can get rid of my Not Dead After All, my protection. They decide to get rid of my protection. I got it. All right, that makes sense. That's probably the right rule, especially since I only have 4 mana available. So now I'm kind of hoping that I will get some kind of removal, and I do right away. So that's helpful. But they have 3 open mana available. I have to assume they have a counterspell. So I can't just pop it in right now. I just don't have enough lands. I need to get them to spend their mana. But we'll generate another rat. Get rid of that from the graveyard. I'm also kind of hoping maybe they have a bounce back spell or something that they want to use. Again, anything that's going to use up their mana or whatnot. Oh, excuse me. So I can stick around them. I decided at this point then, you know what? If the game starts going about a little too much longer, I'm not going to be able to... Toxic might end up being the only thing that's really going to have an opportunity for, especially if they start getting blockers in, and I can't bring things on the board. So I'm going to send in my Blightbelly Rat, just do some damage. Kind of tricking them to see if they have something in their hand, they can remove it. They do have a blocker. And they decide to block instead of taking the damage because they're down to 9. Now I'm expecting some pump. I'm expecting something, but nothing. It just dies. I get them down to 11, and I get them to 4 poison. Alright, so what do I do? Like right now I have 7 damage. I can get them down. If I get another land, I'll throw out Sewer Witch, and then they're gone. There is an Otawara. I'm kind of surprised they didn't bounce back something last round. Or they might have, excuse me, just drawing right now. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so they play the Gix, and they've used up. They still have 2 open mana. But this, I think, is the way in, because if they have something that requires... Like, if they have something that to kill a non-creature spell, that's it. That's all I got. But I'm going to try to use Anoint with Affliction. And to see what happens. Now they know what's in my hand. They know I have the Sewer Witch. I'm waiting for the counterspell. Could not. It's a spell stutter. And they don't have any fairies. And so I paid the 2. Used it up. Get my 5th land. Let's bring out the Sewer Witch. Creates a rat. Creates another rat with the wig. So boom. I've got lethal on the board, and that's gonna be game. So I'm great. I think that I played that hand pretty well. I think I played around their counter spells very well. I think I'm not quite sure what was in their hand, but it looks like it wasn't enough. It was a little too min-ragey, and I was just a little too aggressive for what they had in mind. So thank you for watching this edition of MTG Playback. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what decks in Standard you're playing with, especially since the World Championship just wrapped up. Are you doing Esper Legends? Are you thinking about doing something else or something a little bit more bizarre or fun at your LGS? So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.